What's up, everybody? I'm your host, Isaiah. Welcome to the final round, and today I'm going to be recapping the fight night between Walker and Zhang in Shanghai that just took place a couple hours ago. You know, took a little, break, showered, relaxed, all of that, but let's recap these fights. First fight of the night, we had Yuron Salibayev versus Dr. Nurzai. I picked the underdog Yuron to win this fight. And it ended 2 minutes and 45 seconds in the first round. Dr. kind of just took him down after Yuron was having more success in the striking, and then eventually um, Yuron sinked in a Ezekiel choke, and then made DR tap in the first round. So not much can be said. He looked good. I knew DR wasn't going to be able to do much coming into this fight, and I projected that. And so good win by Yuan. Next fight of the night we had Long Jiao versus Su Yong Yu. Su Yong Yu got the decision in this. He started off strong, pulled ahead, to win the first two rounds, and then in the later rounds, Long Zhao started to pull, find his momentum, pull ahead, started landing some decent strikes, landed a lot of elbows, but while the crowd was like, "What? He got robbed? He lost?" Sung Yu did enough in the first two rounds to win this fight by decision, and it was a really good fight, honestly. Um, they landed a pretty good, significant amount of strikes, hurt each other a lot, and basically just a slugfest. I love to see it. So, good win by Sung Yu. Um, yeah, we'll see what he does next. And then we had Yiza versus Weston Wilson. This fight ended in 37 seconds in the first round. Yiza was the clear cut winner. There's no doubt he's going to win. He was like a minus 1400 favorite, which odds wise, making his UFC debut, terrible. He should not have been a 1400 favorite. After the fact, he looked like a 1400 favorite. He put him out in 37 seconds and made it look easy. There's nothing else to be said. Yiza looked good. Um, yeah, crazy. Good knockout. I love to see it. And then moving on, we had Kyle Dawkins versus Michel Pereira. And my God, Michel Pereira is dog water now. I don't know what happened to this guy. I do know what happened. Back when he fought Fluffy Hernandez, he brought a girl to watch it who was basically a side chick. And then his wife found out. And ever since that, he hasn't want to fight. So mine's not in it. And put out he got put down by a Chris right hook um, by Kyle Dawkins, and then led to a TKO victory for Kyle Dawkins, and very, very good win for Kyle. He got cut from the UFC, went on a four-fight win streak, and now is back in the UFC with a good statement win, and against a guy who had a lot of, blitzing finishes, who hasn't been good so far lately, but good win by Kyle Dawkins. We'll see how far he gets in this run of the UFC. I don't presume a lot farther, but maybe he's improved a bit. We'll see. Rong Zhao versus Austin Hubbard. I picked Rong Zhao to win this fight, and yeah, he looked like the better fighter. He looked the younger fighter, looked more faster, slicker, and Austin did have some moments in this fight, but more often than not, Rong Zhao was just able to land the better shots, the shots that had more significance and more pop in the shots. None of Austin Hubbard really Wang Zhao had respect for. So he did take down Wang Zhao a couple times, but Wang Zhao was able to get right back up to his feet. So yeah, good win by Wang Zhao. Beat a decent guy. Um, yeah, we'll see where he goes in the future. Lorna Kavanaugh versus Charles Johnson. Boy, howdy. Oh man, I was very excited for this fight. I was very high on Lorna Kavanaugh. I liked him, but I faded him. I picked Charles Johnson to win this fight because I thought Based on this fight with Felipe Dos Santos, he struggled with the length and struggled with with the height. And Charles Johnson's another long, lanky flyweight. And I thought he was gonna struggle, but in that first round, Lona looked like he was gonna win that fight within the first round, and he won the first round dominantly. Charles didn't have any success, but second round, Loner kind of winded himself going too heavy and hard in the first round. And Charles started picking up his momentum, picking up his pace, finding his shots. And eventually, Loner just got caught slipping, left his hands down, escaping the clinch, and Charles threw a crisp right hook that put Loner down. And Charles TKO'd him. And oh, I put money on Charles Johnson. He won me money. This is why you gotta put respect on Charles Johnson's name, right? But do not give this man any more fucking prospects because he has been the prospect killer. He beat Josh Fan and now he's beat Lona Kavanaugh, two highly prospects. Josh Fan, who's about to fight for the title. So Charles Johnson's a dog. You can never doubt Charles Johnson. He got a very good win over a highly touted prospect, and yeah, he deserves someone in the top 15 of this division. Stop giving him unranked prospects. Give him someone good. Lona Kavanaugh will be back. He showed a lot of good things. He just needs to improve his cardio and improve his defensive ability because his defense is lacking. Gage Young versus Mashate. I picked Mashate to win this fight. I hoped he'd win by KO, but Gage Young just looked like he did more in this fight. His shots were more cleaner, his combos more crisper, and while Mashante did have more, I think, more power in his shots, he wasn't landing enough to really win the fight or win the round. So went to a decision. Gage Young landed the more strikes and landed the better strikes and landed some takedowns that really, helped win the round. So he got a good win, his first UFC win over Mashate. Definitely has some things to improve on. But got a good win over a tall, lengthy opponent. So yeah. What division is he again? Lightweight. I mean, the two prospects you get, Ron Zhao and Gage Young, both coming off wins. That's a good fight right there. So yeah, we'll see. Pakalaki Nuraji versus Kiefer Crosby. Nuraji won this fight. I picked him to win this fight as a smash in this fight because he landed one of the brutal, illegal knee to Kiefer Crosby that basically almost knocked Kiefer out. It cut him open real bad, and it got Nuraji's 2 points deducted from that round. So it was going to be a 10 out round, but after that, all respect to Kiefer Crosby. He should have taken longer. He should have taken the 5 minutes, or he should have pulled an Aljo and took the win. But literally, like, not even a minute after taking the shot, he said, "No, let's keep fighting. Let's keep fighting." And too much too soon. Raji just shots were too much after that knee and just TKO'd him. But it definitely a flash moment. He didn't mean to throw a knee to illegal knee to a grounded opponent, but he gotta watch what he's doing because that knee was definitely a fight changer. Kiefer was losing the fight, but the knee fucking changed the fight significantly. But good win by Naraji. Sumerdaji versus Kevin Borjas. I picked Kevin Borjas to win this fight. I was completely wrong. Sumerdaji shut him out completely. Kevin Borjas had absolutely nothing for Sumerdaji in this fight. The strikes were 91 total to 23 total, favoring Sumerdaji. Um, yeah, Sumerdaji just takedown defense looked really good. Striking looked really good. Looked like he was in his flow state for a good portion of the fight. And Kevin Borjas really struggled with the reach of Sumerdaji and really couldn't close in the distance and land his shots. So that cost him the fight. And yeah, wasn't able to do much against Super Dragic. He's just too tall, too lanky for this division. And he uses that length really well. And training at Tina Alphamare really helps his takedown defense because that was a big hole in his last fight. So good win by Sumerdaji. Sergey Pavlovich versus Waldo Cortez Acosta. Sergey Pavlovich got the victory. I picked Waldo. Um, I thought Waldo was going to be able to do enough to get this done, but he just didn't have enough. Didn't throw enough. Sergey was just a more active fighter. But I will say, either Waldo has a chin of granite steel or Sergey Pavlovich's death touch was overrated. All right. And I think that Sergey Pavlovich's death touch was overrated because this is the second fight in a row where he has been more patient and more measured, but hasn't really gone for the finish and hasn't got a finish. So maybe his death touch wasn't really there because Sir Waldo ate some massive shots and ate them all and didn't get dropped. He got hurt by a couple of them, but did not get dropped once. So yeah, Sergey was just a more active fighter. Waldo couldn't land enough on the reach was just a bit too much for him. And yeah, Sergey's shots just did a bit more damage to Waldo. So good win by Sergey. Still ranked 3 in the division. I don't know who he fights next. Maybe the loser of Rosenstrike and Gargino, or the loser of Cyril Gahn and Tom Aspinall. But good win by Sergey Pavlovich. Aljamain Sterling versus Brian Ortega. Not the most exciting fight. Aldo got the win. Aldo really just used his striking in this fight to win, which was shocking. They didn't really engage on the ground as much as I thought they would. And when they did, Brian Ortega, shot out and immediately got back up to the feet. So, but in the first 2, 3 rounds, Brian did not do enough. He looked too hesitant, looked too gun shy. Landed like 3 strikes in the first round, which was wild. Um, Let me look at the fight stats real quick. He lands 2 strikes in the first round to Aldo's 27, and that kind of was the story for the whole first 2, 3 rounds. And then in the third round, Brian started turning up his pace and started landing his shots, and then Aljo started doing what he does best. He was running on the outside. Herb Dean had to tell him, you have to be active. Keep fighting. You gotta do something. But Aljo was able to control the pace of this fight for the entirety of it. So Brian really wasn't able to do much and really didn't try to do much until the end of each round. And then the fifth round, he tried to go, but Aljo was just running away on the outside. So Brian continuously had to chase him, couldn't cut him off, and yeah, just lost the fight. Decent win by Aljo. He called out Volkanovski next. 100%. He is not getting that shit because that is Laurel Murphy's shot. Um, yeah, they're not. They're gonna do anything they can to make sure Aljo doesn't get a title shot. You know, they did everything they can to make sure Aljo lost his bantamweight title. For a fact they ain't letting this dude get to a title shot. So it was a good one by Aljamain Sterling. Maybe he fights like an Arnold Allen next or something, but we'll see. Good win by him. T City 100% needs to move up to 155 after the back weight issues, going to 145. Go up to 155. UFC stop giving him 145 contracts. So 55 is definitely gonna have to be the way for Brian Ortega. But good win by Aljo. Main event. He I'm gonna preface this and start off by saying we know fucking nothing. Up until this card, Brazilians in the main event of UFC fights, pay-per-views and fight nights were 0-10 for 2025. Tell me why glass-chinned fucking Johnny Walker was the man to break that fucking streak. Because in that first round, he looked like he was gonna go out. Because each shot that Zhang landed, Johnny did not react well to. He got hurt by each of one of those shots, in my opinion. But you got out of the second round, and Johnny started having a bit more success. And he landed one leg kick that looked like it could have broken Zhang Yunang's leg based on how he reacted to it. Because as soon as got hit with that leg kick, he tried to put pressure on the leg, and he wilted. And as soon as Johnny saw that, it was like blood in the water, a shark hunting for the kill. He went hard, he went heavy, and he did everything he can to get the finish, and he got the TKO finish. So he massive upset in China with a star they're trying to build who's from China. Wow. Johnny Walker fucking shocked the world. And he got wow, I'm still shocked about that. Fucking hell. Johnny Walker. I'm still fading him in each and every one of his next fights because the way he reacted to each of the shots in the first round from Zhang was not what I'd like to see. He looked like he didn't like being hit by the shots. So while Zhang did have a good first round, um, it might seem like it kind of seems like he's maybe a one round fighter at this point because you look at his career, most of his losses are when he gets out of the first round. So the guy might be a fraud. We'll have to see in his next fight, but hey, good win by Johnny Walker. Good win by Johnny Walker. So go took a year off, got TKO victory, did the warm, go fucking time. And and honestly, it was a pretty good fucking card. I'm not gonna lie. In a card, in a 12 fight card, we had one, two, three, four, five, six. Half of the fights were finishes, so not too bad. That is not a bad card at all. So I'm happy with it. It was worth waking up at 3 in the morning to watch this card because it was good, and the crowd was loving every bit of it. The crowd made it 10 times better. So yeah, well, I'm gonna end it by saying Michel Pereira, fucking dog, but that's gonna do it for this video, guys. Thank you all for watching. Pay attention to any future breakdown videos I'm gonna be doing, or any of the contender companions that me and Jake are going to be doing together. We have a 2 week break until UFC Paris, so I'm gonna do some other type of videos this coming week. We'll be working on a UFC T20 promo video, so pay attention to all of those in the future. But that's gonna do it for this video. Thank you all for watching. Like the video, subscribe, comment. Anything is appreciated. And remember, all greatest fighters leave it all in the final round. Peace.